Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. I have a wonderful guest in studio today. It's Leah Setson, and she's attorney at law and partner for Grunyk Associates, PC. Welcome. You are a family law attorney.
Yes, I am.
So tell me a little bit about your firm and what's it mean to be a family law attorney?
Well, we're located in Naperville.
Great.
We have 6 attorneys, and our practice primarily focuses on family law, which is really all aspects of the law related to the family, divorce, custody. We do adoptions, surrogacy contracts, prenuptial, postnuptial agreements, guardianships, same-sex relationships. So anything that involves a family is what we encompass.
That's awesome. I often think of the family lawyer like I would a family doctor, that we all need one. So, and I think now we probably really need one more because there's a big change coming to family law.
That's right. Illinois Marriage and Dissolution of Marriage Act is the statute's name, but really what it is it's the Divorce Act. And it was enacted in 1977, and this is the first complete overhaul since 1977. So it completely changes. Everyone has to get up to speed, judges, attorneys, and of course people who either are going through the divorce process or parenting issues, or even people who've already done it and need to have their those issues readdressed.
So we often, the internet has made us all think like we can be lawyers, and oftentimes we get on there, and especially in a divorce situation, one partner gets a lawyer and they both try to use the same lawyer. That is probably not good advice ever.
Right. We actually cannot represent both parties, and sometimes people do try and do it themselves, and we can certainly help them along, but only one of the people who's going through the divorce is who could be our client.
Right, and now with the complete rehaul, it's more important than ever to have an attorney. Definitely.
There are new laws. Most important or primary people care about is we don't have custody in Illinois anymore. People have heard the word custody since 1977, and now we've changed it to parental responsibilities. Okay. We've gotten rid of the language about visitation, and now it's parenting time. So the law is really catching up to the state of society in terms of both parents wanting to be more involved and having decision-making responsibility and getting away from the winner-takes-all, which has kind of been the past in terms of custody, one parent getting custody and the other parent losing custody, for lack of a better word.
So now with the new law, is it just different language about that custody, or is it really more of a shared parenting responsibility?
It depends, but really what the law is going to do is allow parents to have decision-making power over different aspects of the child's life. So one parent can have decision-making power over medical decisions, another parent could have decision-making power over educational decisions, and so each parent can at least feel like they have control over one aspect of a child's life. Or the parents could have decision-making authority together on all the issues.
Wow, that's very different.
It's really going to be something that we all have to get used to, but I think it's a positive change because, as I said, it gives the parents the power and control over their children's lives, which they feel as they go through the divorce process. Sometimes one parent loses that, and they still have the relationship with the children. They should have the decision-making power with at least some aspect of their lives.
And can that differentiate, or that, like if I took education and my husband took medical, could that change throughout the child's life?
Well,
or is it a permanent type of deal?
It's never permanent. Even now, custody can be modifiable depending on what's going on in a child's life or parent's life. And same thing for when we go to the parental responsibilities, that will also be modifiable depending on if it's in the child's best interest to change those things.
Yeah, because I would think that there's a lot of emotion that goes with divorce, and I'm sure you see it.
Yes.
And so it's hard to make all those big decisions, especially when it comes to children, and that in the heat of that. I think we all get a little wiser as time goes on.
That would be the hope, definitely.
Definitely. So besides handling that critical time of divorce, family law means what else? What else do you handle a lot of case-wise?
Well, we do a fair amount of adoptions, both people who are not related and related adoptions. And surrogacy has been a big area of law that's been evolving over the last few years, and so we're certainly seeing an uptick in people who are interested in entering into those agreements. They vary by state, so it's very important that the people who are interested in doing that, both the person who's going to be carrying the child and then the parents who plan to have the child as their own once it's born, to get legal advice and make sure they're doing it the right way, and depending on where they live, different laws are going to apply.
We often, I think, don't whether it be a family or as a person, we don't often know when we should consult a lawyer. I think we often think, oh, I should be able to do this myself, or it's too small, or I don't want to pay the $200 to $500 for this. What's your thoughts on that? You must hear this a lot.
I do, and I also have people who come in after they've done research and then they think that they understand what the law is, but because it varies by state and every state is very different and every topic is different and unique to the family, it's worth the money, I think, to get the advice that you need. Basically, I think that the information you're arming yourself with, and then you can go forward as you want, but at least you have the information you need, the tools you need to move forward and make an educated decision about whatever the topic is.
Right, because I think there are so many nuances that we often, as non-lawyers, don't know those nuances or think that they apply to us. I think about that every time I hire the CPA to do my taxes.
Right.
I'm like, I can do my taxes. Ooh, no, I can't. I'm going to get a CPA.
Or people talk to their friends or family and they say, well, this happened in this person's situation, so this should apply to me. And that's what you're going to an expert for, is to really get the depth and the breadth of the information.
And what do you like best about your job?
I love just about every aspect of it. I love the personal relationships that I develop with my clients. It's an area of law and I think of employment that you don't get hardly anywhere else because it's not, I don't see them once and they're on their way. We really develop a relationship. I loved being able to counsel and give that information so that the people can make the decisions as they need. And every day is really new, as you said. We do so many different things in family law. It encompasses so many different areas that it's always something new and different. So I'm also learning as I go too, which I think is fun.
Well, I think that's awesome. I appreciate you taking time to stop by and let us know a little bit about you and your firm. And I think that's a great idea to have a family lawyer on the team. So thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more Business Connections. Stay tuned.